What's up, y'all? Halloween. Last year, on October 30th, I came to this set, cold front right after a rain, and I had a giant 7-pointer right in front of me at first light, and I didn't shoot because I was waiting for better camera light. What I didn't know was he had a doe, probably in heat or about to be, bedded down not far away. I thought he was just chilling, not going anywhere, but that doe got up, and he got up real quick, got the fuck out of here, and it saved his ass. I did see him again later in the season when I was grunting and calling, but he came up, saw some other deer, was more interested in them, and I didn't get a shot. Rain came through yesterday evening and last night. It's a cold front following behind now, so similar conditions, and I just always love Halloween. Halloween is when I decide I'm going to grunt and rattle more aggressively, and if I haven't seen anything up within a little bit of sun up, I'm going to do a grunt and rattle sequence, see if we can pull something in here. But there could be deer around me. I don't know. Things are going to move quiet. The ground's still wet, so I better be quiet myself. Fire assassin, see when the sun comes up. Yes. Wow. This is a really good spot, but the neighboring property here has a lot of traffic. People are in the woods all the time. There's trails through there. They often ride their bikes through the woods. And it's tough on the deer. I've had a lot of deer spooked out here. Last night I had a cold rain. This is Halloween. So I decided, what the hell? Similar conditions, coming back in here. I also made mock scrapes in here about a week ago. And this place has been getting ripped up. There's all new rubs, all new scrapes. I had 2 different 8 points, a 6 point, and 2 spikes come through the night after making my mock scrapes. So I knew this area was getting hit hard. Had those does come in, and I thought there was a buck coming because they kept looking up, and they took off all of a sudden. Well, a fox came in to try to eat the squirrels down here by the corn, and the does took off. Well, they came back, and I'm sitting here just watching the does with my thumb up my ass, and turn around. It's like, oh, there's another deer over there. And then I saw the rack. I'm still not exactly sure how big he is. He was here in the trees. I have a thing, when I decide I'm shooting a deer, I look at the spot I want to shoot. I ignore the rack. Buck fever, man, that's a good way to get buck fever, or stare at the rack. So I like to just look at the spot I want to shoot and pay attention to everything but the rack. He made a scrape right there. It may even be in my mock scrape that he was fucking around. He came in and, you know, I was thinking about letting him get a little further. I'm not sure if he was in front of that other GoPro, but last year I made the mistake of waiting for camera light for that GoPro. So this year I decided I had him, I'm hitting him. It looked like a perfect shot. I mean, it felt perfect, it looked perfect. I saw the arrow fall out on him after he took a couple steps, and I'm pretty sure I heard him crash right down there. Moderate assassin. I think I just tagged out on my archery bucks for the year. And I'm getting ready to head to Ohio. This was my last morning to hunt before I leave for Ohio. Go hunt with Keith and Dallas and Ryan, Tattooed in the Wild. And I think I just smoked a nice buck. We'll watch the footage and then go check it out. My assassin, 30 feet in the tree, but top of the fucking world. Alright, y'all, just climbed down out of the tree. It's only been about 15 minutes, but I'm pretty sure I smoked that buck. I think I heard him crash, so we're gonna check everything out. Right here is where he was standing and jumped and kicked off. You can see his tracks. And here's the scrape he was working. He just came and worked this scrape. My mock scrape is right there next to that stump and that holly bush. That stump and holly bush is what I was really spraying with scent. But yeah, he worked that scrape, walked down to right here. You can see his tracks where he kicked off here. And I got blood. First little bits of blood right here next to it. Blood, blood. There's my arrow. I thought I saw the arrow kick out. And it's got lots of blood on it. Oh yeah. Man, this place really, really fired up with, I mean, of course it's the time of the year and it's the rut, but after making that mock scrape, the buck activity in here just blew up. It's pretty phenomenal. I'm definitely a believer in making mock scrapes now. I mean, I've done it before. I've had some success, and I've had it to where it seemed like it shut the area down. I don't know if it was the type of scent I was using, the time. You know, right now is when I would just begin to use doe estrus, and I did put some estrus in a hot box out about 40 yards in front of my stand because the wind wafting this way. And maybe he caught that, and that's what fired him up to scrape and then come in out of this. You can see it's much more of a thicket through here. Maybe that's what fired him up to come out here and make this scrape and then come check these does. But yeah, let's get to tracking. I hit this buck with a rage chisel tip, and there's not nearly as much blood as I expected. There he is, dead buck. I guess I don't need much of a blood trail, because when you can find them just laying like that, that's the best part. Look at that rope. I don't even know what he is. I was trying to determine if he was a shooter or not, and then I was looking at the mass, and I'm pretty sure on his right side I saw a split G2 or G3, and once I saw that I said, yep, I'm shooting him. And like I said, when I decide I'm shooting a buck, I no longer look at the antlers, I just stare at the spot I want to shoot. Look at this. Look at all these last year's rubs, and then fresh rub this year. I really pissed this buck off by making a mock scrape in his territory. He did not like that at all. And oh well, look at that. Yes. Oh man. Oh man. That is my nicest buck. Look at the character on him. Like I said, I thought he had a split G2. Nice, heavy, wide. I love the way that he curls in. I mean, this is a good mature buck. He's gotta be 3.5 at least, if not 4. Just big fat head and neck. There's the exit. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You know what I'm about to say. Aim for the offside armpit. Draw an imaginary line. You come out that armpit, you're going through something vital. Holy shit, my best buck yet. Oh man. Look at that. Look at that. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Alright, let's take a look at this entrance. Right where I aimed, just behind the shoulder, right at the armpit. Look at that character, look at the way he curls in. Can you tell I'm fucking stoked? What's up, y'all? Modern assassin with a big old smile on his face. I'm still kind of in a bit of disbelief here. I just tagged my biggest buck ever, and he is cool. I mean, one, I love when they get this shit all stuck in their antlers where they've been just rubbing and scraping. I mean, he's got tree bark. It's it's fresh. You can smell it, it's still wet. It's probably from the trees that are all in a line right here that go up right to my mock scrapes. I made a mock scrape, and that night I had 2 different 8 points, a 6-pointer, and 2 spikes come through. And I hadn't had any bucks on camera till then. So sometimes all it takes is, maybe it was the right doe that brought them all up here, but I really do think that mock scrape made a big difference. They've been working it, and within 10-15 yards of it, new scrapes open up. There's I've probably seen 6 or 7 different scrapes along this line where I just tracked him to, and he didn't make it 55 yards.
There's a rub there. There's a rub there. You can see where there's old rubs on the trees right next to it. This buck has probably been here for a while. It wouldn't surprise me if this is a buck that I knew in the past and let walk. I've been hunting here a number of years, and I've been letting a lot of deer go. And this dude is cool. This is why we've been passing him. I mean, everything's wavy, palmated, bladed, and then that split G2 on the other side. His tips come together in the middle. I was watching the two does below me, and I looked over, saw the big body, and I knew it was a buck. But he had his head in the thicket. I couldn't really see what. He lifted up, and I could just see how tight he was, how much he came together, and that he had mass. And then when I saw that split G2 on the right side, I said, he's getting shot if he gives me opportunity. And yeah, I just don't look at the rack to avoid the buck fever. And he gave me perfect opportunity to get him on film. He came in working my mock scrape, made a scrape of his own. Then he came to check those two does, and yeah, I had a little tiny twig right in front of my shooting spot, and he took a step forward, and I don't know what it was, but he locked up, put his head, and looked this way. And I said, I ain't giving another opportunity. I put it on him. Them rages, I never get a full pass through into the ground. The arrow passed through again, but blew through, and then when he took off, it fell out. And I had surprisingly little blood on this track, but you don't need much of a track when they only go 50 yards. You know, I started tracking him, and then I could just see this white antler sticking up like a birch limb. And here he is, my nicest archery buck to date. This is my last morning to hunt before I get ready to leave to Ohio and go hunt with Keith and Dallas and Ryan, tattooed in the wild. Man. This is shaping up to be the best hunting season I've ever had. I killed a nice wide 8-point early season, got great footage of it, killed a couple does. I filmed a buddy killing a deer. I've gotten Brick, my dog, out to track deer and to flush pheasant and dove hunt. Soon we're gonna be on goose. I killed a Sika stag, a good 6-point stag. I've been after Sika deer for 6 years now, and I had never killed one. So the fact I just got a Sika stag this year too, and now just killed my nicest archery buck here in Maryland. Perfect shot. That's the exit here where it came out. And I mean, yeah, this is the first buck that I'm ever gonna have mounted. I've never paid to have a deer mounted before. I'm gonna have my Sika stag mounted, and this guy's gonna be next to him. And if luck keeps going this way, maybe I'll be coming back from Ohio with one to get mounted too. You never know. I'm loving life right now. I don't know what to say, but the rut is on. This place is torn up, and I really do believe a lot of it has to do with those mock scrapes I made. And man, I just couldn't be happier. Yeah, I can't take much longer. I gotta wrap up, get to work, and man, and just revel in the moment. Get back, watch this video, and yeah, just enjoy. I mean, there he is, Modern Assassins. Hard work pays off. Passing small deer pays off. Waiting for the right winds has, I think, been the biggest factor this season. I've hunted less than normal. A lot of that is because of the dog, training him, just having to be with him. Everything else, I've got out hunting less this year, and I've picked my spots better by the wind, and I think less has equaled the more. Great stag, great buck, second buck for the archery season. Modern Assassin's doing it this year. Oh, Hoyt, square up. had 100% confidence. Even though I was leaned way out around the tree, I just had to drop my shoulder a little bit more. The square up rolled right into place, and boom, square up, put them down. All right, Sassy.